And then I have this color. Again, I haven't tried that. I think I'm gonna take all 3 of them with me. So I have 23, which is the one I have on. This one is 21, and then this one is 25. I love the way they feel, and then they just give a really pretty summery color. And I feel like this with a lip liner would just be so summery. So I'm gonna take it with me. That's the sound of them going with me. Isn't this pretty? I'll show you what it is. I'm gonna take it with me. Don't forget, I'm going on a family trip this week. I'm gonna go to Vancouver with Ben and his family. We're gonna have so much fun. So if I'm a little MIA, that's where I'll be. I'm gonna try to keep up. I'm gonna do as many tutorials as possible. Gonna try to post. I'm not gonna be able to post tonight, and the reason why is because I will be on a plane, and I know uploading on a plane is just tear invoking. Anyways, all of that squawking. This is what I have on. I really, really like these. I have this color, and again, that's the one I have on. And then I have this really baby pink, and then this one I haven't tried. I swatched it. It ran away. Hang on, let me find it. My eye cream is actually up here, so I'm gonna finish my skincare. Just gonna grab it at the back of this, and then I'm going to work it in with my little spot treatment brush. And I want y'all to know I still use my mask, but I'm gonna actually put it on today because when I go on my flights, my under eyes are like death. So I'm gonna use that mask, which you'll see in just a second. I'm gonna use that to kind of lock all of this in. In fact, I might do a little bit of oil too. Yeah, I think I'll do that too. I already have all the rest of my skincare done, so I have my serum on, and then I have my moisturizer on. I just didn't do my under eyes yet because it was upstairs. But I'm kind of glad I didn't, because I'm glad I thought about the oil. So I'm gonna grab my superfood oil. I just put 1 drop on the back of my hand. I'm gonna pick this up, and then I'm gonna do that. I need to shut my door. Mommy's watching something. She's watching something about fish. She's my nature mommy. So we'll do that. And anywhere else that I might get dry, I think I might be pretty good, but then you get on a plane and then all the moisture is sucked from your entire being. Oh, and listen, I have a commission code now, and commission means that I make money off of it. So if you want to use it, you can. But again, if you find a better deal, get that better deal. Don't worry about me. But I will put it here, but it's a little tricky. So you click this link, and then when you go to check out, you put in the code ROSENBEN, and then that's the way I would make the commission. I need some more of this. I have another one downstairs. So I have it here on my brush, and then I'm going to use this mask to just kind of lock everything in. I love doing this when I know I'm going to drier climates, or if I've done retinol. If I've done retinol, pretty heavy that week, this situation that I just did here, do it in that order. And then you could even do it on certain spots. Say maybe your cheek might have a little bit. You could even do that on your cheek. It's so good. Just to let you know, I should be packing. I absolutely 100% should be packing. But here we are. Feral Monday. So I thought today we would use this palette. I don't know how I want to use it. I kind of want to use all of the shimmers somehow. Let's just lay down some colors. That's been my favorite way to do my makeup recently. Again, everything is just in seasons. It's just fun right now. I'm having fun, and that's what makeup's about. Just do things that are really, really fun. So I'm going to use this About Face eye primer, and the reason I'm going to use this one is because I'm going to still be able to see my skin through it, and I'm really liking that situation currently. I just think it's a really pretty technique. I'll tell you what's not pretty, the lack of brushes. Okay, here's one. We've got our C31. Let's just smooth all of this out. And I like being able to see my undertone through it, and even the imperfections in my eye, like my veins. I think it just makes eye makeup a little edgy, a little fun, a little fresh. So this is a new palette. This is new from Anastasia Beverly Hills, and this is good. I'm excited. So I don't know where I want to go, but this is calling to me. And let's grab it. We're going to grab it on a smaller brush because we don't know where we want to go. Ooh, look at even sparkles on there. So we know it's going to be a very dark color. So let's focus it maybe in the socket. Just going to use the side of my brush. That's so pigmented. Okay, and let's just kind of keep it through here. Whenever you want to have maybe some extra fun with your eyeshadow, but you don't really know where you're going, start with a smaller brush. I'm going to grab that same shade, but I'm going to grab it on the opposite side of the brush. That way we can just place it again. I'm not gonna worry about any fallout. Let's press it in, there you go. Can always clean that up later with micellar water. Oh, while I'm thinking about, we love this brush. This is so amazing if you have hooded eyes. But what I was going to tell you is that we've switched the gift with purchase, and if you spend $135, you get this one. We're gonna use this in a second, and you're gonna be like, why do I need a tiny little concealer brush? Well, I'm gonna show you why. Because when I thought up the collection of brushes that we released initially, I thought of things that just make makeup so much easier. And this is a shape that makes makeup so much easier. So now I kind of like the idea that this is cascading onto the lid. So I wiped my brush off gently. I just wiped it on Sheila. Sheila's my makeup towel. So I'm just going to kind of let this transition down onto my lid. So instead of transitioning up, we're going to transition down. It's fun. It's Fair on Monday. We can do whatever we want. And if you've ever wondered why I do Feral Monday, it's because Monday can kind of just be Monday. And I think that doing like a really incredible fun look on Mondays just adds some spice. And we need spice on Mondays. This is fun. This color is gorgeous and sparkly. Now, we all know that Rose is going to grab this blue at some point. I'm already to that point. Let's grab it on the side of that E27. And let's, oh my God. It's gonna drag it over here. I have really been into these kind of watercolor mermaid eyes. I just think they're so much fun. And then just feather that over that way. Wow, this is the color I broke. You know what's really cool about this brush and what makes it really unique is that it's angled, so you're able to use the very tip of the brush. You're able to use the rest of it, the entire front part of the brush, and I'm going to show you what I'm talking about, the front part, and then you're able to use each side to kind of work it in. So I wanted to use it this way first, and then on this eye, I'm going to pick up the product on the opposite side, so the pointy side towards my nose, and then we could do the same thing over here, and it's just so much easier. Angle brushes are so key. I don't know where this is going, but I love it. I'm gonna grab this brush, this is the E28, and I'm gonna pick up the smallest amount. These are so pigmented, so do keep that in mind. And I'm just gonna soften this top part of the black just a little bit. I thought a little bit of warmth over here might be nice. We're probably still gonna add a shimmer, but I still wanted to soften it a little bit. I picked up one more tap. Always remember to build. Build. I cannot talk about it enough. I know so many times that I used to just come in here and load my brush up and pick up way too much product, and then I didn't know what to do, because once it's on your eye, it's hard to deal with. So build. Now I'm gonna wipe off my brush, just wiped it on Sheila, and then I'm gonna grab this color. I like how this one has a lot of purple in it. And then we're gonna place it here. And we're gonna stop right here. So we're stopping it right there. We'll add another color over that way. I'm trying to fit as many of these colors on my eye as possible. That is gorgeous. Wow, that color is so pretty. It's a pinky purple blue. It's really in between a purple and a blue. You'll see it better with back camera, but here it is. This is the one we're grabbing. Same thing over here. And I'm trying to decide what I want to put here. Let's do, okay, I'm gonna teach you something. So the reason I'm not gonna use this brush is because this brush is going to be very small and a little bit more compact. So I wanna take a bigger brush, because the fluffier the brush, the lighter the application. Where did it go? I wanna grab this shade, okay? And I'm just gonna grab one little tap, maybe a little bit more. I'm not gonna go back and forth. I'm just gonna grab 2 taps, and I wanna put that color up here. And I'd rather build it. Now this could be crazy intense. Don't think, oh no, it's not pigmented. I'm grabbing such small amounts because I definitely want to see my skin through it. Oh, that's pretty. Look at that when the light hits it, and then when the light's not hitting it. Time of my life. So now I know I needed 2 taps of that color. Jean's having such a good little rest. So pretty. So now we're gonna go back to this brush, the E27, because I wanna use this color and then I want it to be extremely pigmented. So a little bit smaller brush and it's gonna be more dense. Feather it in the center. Oh yeah, we had to get some pink on there. And then once you get shimmers on top of, say, this little bit of patchiness, it just hides it. Shimmers are really good for disguising. I put the pink there too, why not? I love makeup. I'm gonna grab a blue liner. This one is from GXVE Beauty. Love this formula, by the way. It sets really nicely and it smudges nicely. Not gonna do a wing, even though I can't be trusted when I say that. You can trust me when I say anything. Anything, but you cannot trust me if I say I'm not gonna do a wing. You wanna know why? Because wing liner is one of the things that attracted me to makeup. I just think it's so fun. So I just always wind up doing one, but I promise I won't do one today. Now let's grab this color. I want to do just a pretty smoky eye with this color, something really classic. I'm not going to take this palette with me because I will say that this formula is very delicate. This formula in particular, I don't think it'll travel well. I like the roundedness of the eye too, so I'm not going to extend it. So I went ahead and added more of the pink through here. And remember, we're still gonna buff this out a little bit later. I'm gonna show you. And then let's add some of the pink over this way. Grab some more. Fun. Now let's grab this color again on the side of the brush, and I'm just going to smudge that color. Just some light pulling motions, not too back and forth. Too back and forth and we might lift and disturb that gel liner while it's drying. But again, I mentioned these shimmers, they kind of blur. Ooh, and I know some of y'all are gonna be like, where are your rings? They're being cleaned. When I tell you there was more makeup in those rings than there is here on my vanity, they were filthy. And I usually clean them before I go on a trip. I don't know what it is. I just feel like, oh, clean rings, I don't know. But yeah, they're just being cleaned downstairs. All right, let's put on our lash, which I will immediately need to take off after this and pack. I could wear this to the airport. I might. I definitely wear looks like this out. But the only thing is I don't really want to wear foundation for that long. It's a little bit of a long flight, and plus it's a really late flight. Yeah, I think I'm gonna take it off, and the only reason why is because I don't want to get to the hotel at like 1 o'clock in the morning and then have to deal with it. That way I could just rinse my face and go nighty-night. Let's do a baby pink waterline. I thought that would be pretty, and I love these from Moira Cosmetics. I should do a Moira Cosmetics faves because there's so much that I love from them. I do have a code with them. That means that I would make money off of that. It's a commission code. The code is Rose, but they're so good and they're so affordable. And if you live in Texas, they're actually sold at a lot of HEBs. Yeah. I forgot I bought this foundation in a darker shade. Hopefully you can imagine I'm pretty tan. I'm so tan. I'm telling y'all. You know, I'm still researching all of the SPFs that I'm testing out. I think I have one I really like, but I have found that I can't do any less than SPF 50 or I will get tan. So that is something to keep in mind. I have to do SPF 50. When I wear SPF 30, by the way, keep in mind it is going to dry. But when I wear SPF 30, I still just tan. I just tan. So, ooh, that's nice. Lashes. I love this foundation. This is probably one of my favorite foundations of all time, and it's so affordable. So it's the one from Revlon. They came out with a new formula, and they did send me some shades, but they're all way too light. So I need to go buy that one to try it for us. But this, tried and true. This is just a little bit too light. It's going to look drastic for a second. It also needs to dry down. But I want to teach y'all. I don't want y'all to put on a foundation that's too light and start freaking out like we need to take it off. Don't worry about it. We'll fix it. So we have the foundation here. I'm picking up that on my brush. And we're going to use that fluffier brush to do this because we want the least amount of coverage. So we already have foundation here, but we don't have it here. And I don't really want to get rid of that pink, but it does need blended more. Ooh, look at that already. Isn't that pretty? And then we'll take it lightly across here and then melt it over here. Pick up more foundation, the tiniest amount. You can barely even see it on the brush. I'm picking up such a small amount. Melt that, and then I want to melt this. I feel like a lot of times we feel we need to just go in and blend, 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 when we could just take the tiniest amount of our foundation and it blends it like that. And then we don't over blend. If y'all aren't thinking that we're going to do draping, I know that y'all knew we were. Before I do anything else, I'm gonna put a dot. Look how little I used. This stuff is so pigmented. Okay, it's so pigmented. We're gonna grab our C31 again. And I'm just gonna start. And I'm also doing this before concealer. See how pigmented that is? If I'd done a whole dot, we would be in blush chaos. So just take that. Blend it into the foundation first. Oh my gosh, I love this look so much. I feel like a magical fairy princess. Okay, doesn't have to be perfect because we're still gonna do concealer and then we'll tap foundation on top of it too. I did add a little bit more, and the reason I don't want you to be afraid of this is because we have no powder on our face. And remember all of that skin prep I did, even around here? I always bring things around here. That's going to give us so much more playtime. And what playtime is, these kind of blushes, they dry very quickly. And if your skin is prepped properly, even if you're oily, if it just has a little bit of grip to it, you're going to have such an easier time applying all of these products. Not enough education is going into these products. And I'm just seeing people putting them on, the skin isn't prepped properly, that product is not able to move. So we think, oh, this product, it's ready to go. No, there's still a lot of prep and process that needs to go into these for them to work perfectly. So remember all of that eye cream that we have, and of course my moisturizers over here. It's not going to dry too quickly. This liquid blush isn't going to dry so quickly, and that's a lot of the problem that people have with these. Now it's time for our concealer. Notice I'm just going to put a little bit towards that blush. A little down here. I love this concealer. Made a whole video about it. It's a 10 out of 10. Would recommend. And then there's going to be a little bit of blush left in my brush, just a tiny amount. And I want that because I want a little bit more of a pink under eye today. Tap, tap, look at that pretty blend. These are the things that come on in my head when I do this. Alrighty, so now we're going to take our foundation brush just like we always do. We're not going to blend underneath the eye. We don't need to. We use that C30 for that. But we do want to melt all of this together. And y'all have seen me do this a lot. Maybe not the draping, but you've definitely seen me take the C42 and blend out these edges down here. And even the edges around here, and the edges around my chin where the concealer is, and then the edges here. I have a video on that too. I have a lot of videos. All right, I'm loving the Jones Row, but it is probably the pinkest powder I've ever tried. Okay, it's borderline blush. Borderline blush, it really is. But it is clear to see me smooth that. It is so smooth. It's so blurring. I want to try other colors in the formula. But you can see it will absolutely just turn your under eye pink. But it's beautiful. But it's the pinkest. Isn't that fun? Now, through the center, now that there's going to be less, it won't be quite as pink, but there's still a pink hue. I want y'all to know that. I don't want y'all to get this and be like, see, you can see how pink it is there. But it's gorgeous. In fact, you could even try mixing it. I want to buy another one because I love the formula, but I want to mix it with a more neutral shade. It's so blurring. Okay, I'm gonna grab this powder. I love this powder. I feel like it just brings life back to the face. I'm using it with a brush that's a prototype, so just act like you don't see it. Don't look at it. But I'm just gonna kind of go through here. I'm not going directly underneath my eye. I'm just bringing a little bit of life through here, a little bit of life back over here, through the center. So pretty. I need to go shut my door. It's probably a pretty important call he's on right now. Let's do some light bronzing with our Mob Beauty bronzer. I didn't want to get too bronzy. But you're gonna see that this bronzer kind of takes this foundation back where it needs to go. See how this is really flowing with my chest now? I'm gonna put some here, and that's not for shape, that's for flow. Nice. Warm up the nose a little. All right, let's finish up our under eye. Let's grab this color. Ooh, this color just speaks to me. And then that's on our E27. Fits in our inner corner perfectly. I actually designed it for our inner corner, but I just feel that it can just do so many different things. And it's just so small, you could do such detail work with it. Let's do the pink again. I love the pink, and then I can't decide. We'll just do Mercury again. Is that one Mercury? Yeah, this one's Mercury. I did just wipe my brush off on Sheila, just to kind of connect that way. We're gonna do this L'Oreal lipstick. I need to take that with me. That's pretty. You know what these remind me of? The YSL lipsticks. Y'all know those? They even are the same shape. Do you know who owns YSL Beauty? YSL Beauty. You know who owns it? L'Oreal. Now I haven't used the cream part. I still need to use this. I'm actually going to take it with me. Maybe we'll use it when I'm traveling, but I wanted to add a little bit of the pink here. Add a little bit here. So pigmented. I know I've used this once. It's beautiful. I absolutely love it. Beautiful formula. And I love the way that it picks up on the brush. Do you see how nicely and evenly that picks up? Now, granted, it's going to be a little, see how it stops here? That's the shape of the pan. It's in this rectangle. But the way that it picks up across here where that product is, I love the way it picks up. Love it. Also, the brush does pick things up nicely. But we have to say this formula is beautiful. This one, so far. Haven't really used the other ones, and we will, but I like it so far. Fallen in love with this Natasha Denona lip liner. It's in a really nice cool tone, but then it's not as dark as Endless Cacao, but it's the same undertone, very cool. And I do my lipstick first because I'm able to blend and perfect easier. If you've never tried it this way, you have to try it. And then I want a little bit of glow, but I don't want too much glow, so I'm gonna grab this lip oil. This one's from Covergirl. I love these, by the way. Oh yeah. Luscious. These smell amazing. There we go. Now, without any powder, nothing on here, I'm just gonna make sure that it's nice and pinched. I'm gonna take my C30. This is the one that you get free when you spend $135. And I'm just gonna straighten out my lip line. There we go. So nice and clean. If you didn't see my last post, you're missing out on one of my favorite looks of all time. But I'm gonna use one of those gels. I'm just gonna use it off the lid. By the way, it looks like this in the pot, but just watch my last video. This is Rockabye Baby, and I'm gonna grab this on my E27. Grab about that much, and then this is gonna go on our inner corner. Gorgeous. Again, grab it on the opposite side so it just fits in here perfectly. I love y'all so much. And again, I want to say I'll miss you, but I'm still here and I'll be answering your DMs, but I just might not be as consistent here. But I love y'all so much. I'm not going to post tonight because I'm going to be on a plane during the time that I would be posting, and airplane Wi-Fi is against you in every way possible. I love y'all so much, and I'm around. I'll see you. All right, we are done. That's a Feral Monday look if I've ever seen one. Look at this dimension. Everywhere you look, something spicy's happening. Now remember, I'm going on a family trip. I know I keep saying this, but I was very ill all of April, and I had a few people that were very spicy saying that I wasn't consistent, and they weren't very nice. I'm not sure what was going on, but I don't share a lot of what I do because I like to keep things very educational and helpful. So that would have been me like really oversharing. So I just tried to keep going, but I just didn't feel well. But just this week is a family trip, and I do feel that family is very important. So I'm really looking forward to it. Of course, I will try my best to do some tutorials. I'll keep y'all updated on my story either way, and I'm going to go upload a bunch of these to my YouTube channel right now, so you'll have something. So if I'm not here, you'll still have something.